Mukhtar and Khadijah, they technically treated them like dummies. I didn't treat them like no dummies. Even when they acted like dummies, I didn't treat them like dummies. No, I treated them like, well, you know, if you put $35,000, $40,000 in an account and let them spend it, you know, when everybody else, they'd have to take care of their own, you know what I mean? But you just give them a little breather, because maybe they're not as bright. And they tell me, we've been there since 20-something years. My son them traveled all over the country, you know what I mean? They put the thing together. What are you talking about? So anyway, that might be all of it. That own criterion is amongst it. Discipline, self-control, longevity and all that, that's a big deal. That is a real big deal. And it's how we view it. We have as of yet, not allowed boss man to run nothing in our life. And that's where we're going to stay. Inshallah, we're not going to let him. The only reason, because he ain't no good. And he don't have control of himself. It wouldn't be right for us to let, you know, let's see, I'll just run a couple more of these calls today. Has ordained for every servant amongst his creation 5 things: his death, his action, his abode, his place of moving about, and his mean of sustenance. So, of course, all of these, we make our choice to do these things, to go where we want to go. But Allah already knows, foreknowledge, you know, what we're going to do. All we can do is try to feel that the essence of where Allah wants me to go. What Allah wants me to do. That's what it's all about. And maybe 1 or 2 more. It says, this is the path shown by Allah. Then he drew several other lines in the right and the left sides. He said, these are the paths on every side, of which there is a devil calling towards it. He then recited this verse, verily, this path of mine is straight, so adhere to it. The straight way, it is a lot of creatures calling on this side and calling on it. But that's normal though. And it's easier to do something big if you think big than it is to do something small. So why not go for it? The last one. Muslims one to whom tongue and hands of other Muslims are safe, and a believer is one whom the people consider their wealth and blood protected. The way the brothers kind of treat you sometimes, I wonder, what does a person think? Not to see the citizen or nothing. But an old man, if you beat him upside the head and almost kill him, right? Technically, you know, 1 or 2 blows, you don't know what will take you over the thing. You have to kind of get yourself together there, dear Khadijah and Mukhtar. Hey man, believe it or not, I don't want to be motivational sounding and all that, but I'm going to close in a minute. When you look at the world, you can almost have anything that you want in And even you, the way you are now, you don't have to be like that. You can say, I'm going to do something different. And you will have your habits keep you little and stupid and backwards. Well, I say stupid and backwards. And you don't have to try to please them curly-headed people and them people like that. They got it worse than you do. They pretending, man. They're pretending they got it together. One of the people you looked up to, he was the same one read that Iceberg Slim book, and he came to the Masjid in '83. Got to treat him like, pimp and all of that. I said, man, this is deep. And then in the same breath, he would say, I ain't gonna let her break me, talking about a woman. Not just, you might have to turn this off, but that's okay, that's okay. In the dunya, well, in Jahiliyyah, this is only Jahiliyyah stuff, that's nothing to do with Islam. But if you're a gangster, you can't know a woman, what do you mean? If you said the white man ain't gonna break me, that's one thing. But if you saying a woman is not going to break you, you have to study what in their history. What did they think about their daddy? Daddy's a nice guy, but his mama dominated. Abdul Malik, his mama, everybody in Oakland knows it. They should dominate his daddy, and that made him always doing something stupid with women. She ain't going to break me. So what kind of nigga is it? Think about it. That he got to protect himself from being broke. I mean, what kind of psych she gonna use on him? I ain't gonna let her break me. So like I'm in here, I ain't gonna let you break me. So what's wrong with you? What's she gonna do? She got some magic spell or something, right? Think about it. I ain't gonna let her break me. It's because of what he thought about his daddy, and I told him that too. I said, what you thought about your father and what I thought about mine is different. That's why you act the way you do. I told him. Oh, no. I said, that's all right, it's fine with me. I said, I like my daddy. That's why them Khadijah and them always trying to put something that what my daddy gonna sold into slavery. Because they know, I don't mean to get into parentage, but see, when I knew my father, if he was 45 when I was born, that means he was older, he was already mature. Now my siblings that was older, they might have knew him when he was younger, messing around a little bit, right? But by the time I know him, he is a father, disciplined. This is what, you know what I mean? He always had it in him, but he was disciplined. And he never gave me bad advice. He gave me one advice that wasn't totally correct, but it was correct for everybody else. When I told him I was leaving the country, he said, this is the only place you can make big money. I said, no. I didn't say no. I didn't say, because in those days, you didn't say like people tell their parents, you don't know what you're talking about. I ain't even thought about that. I said, yes, sir. But I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to try it and make money. He was the happiest man you ever seen. When I'd send people by the house to leave off money, and he knew that after a while he figured out something was going on here. No, because see, all these letters come from South America, and I had nice little women going by, and you know, he said, that's a nice looking young lady there, you know. And then, but he told me a long time ago, he said, see that girl there? I said, yes, sir. He said, that's your mother. I said, yes, sir. I guess I was 16. He said, that's a good girl. I said, yes, sir. He said, but that girl is crazy. And whenever something come up, some kind of way, I said, that's right. Not crazy, but different, right? Girls is different. You see, like, I ain't gonna mention his name, but got married a few weeks ago to a little foreign girl. They should be foreign, so they should be smarter and nicer and more, how you doing? Right? Tell the truth. They girls, ain't nothing you can't, that's the way God made them. Ain't nothing you can do about it, right? There's absolutely nothing. I don't care, you can swim the deep blue sea. It's still a girl, right? It don't make no difference. That's the way God made it. Okay, now, I'm going to close in a minute, but Mujahid, you should call me if you just got to call me, not Khadijah. She just, are you afraid to call me, or you something, you know? But I believe it is some kind of little old funny thing, but I'm telling you, I'm the nicest guy in town. You know why? Because I understand it. I don't take human weakness as bad. Just because you got stupidity, hell, everybody's stupid. Don't you know the old saying, there's too many ways to be a fool to duck them all? Right? And it's true. Of course, we get Islam, yeah, well, there's too many ways to be a fool to duck them all, to miss them all. So, I'm just reaching out to you. I just read this stuff to show that all that stuff y'all talking about, no, you work 100% with the police, 100%. But I don't hold it against you. And your whole team, it's like being a misfit. You got to get out of the misfit club. Y'all are misfits, man. The gang that can't shoot straight, all of that dumb stuff. Can you imagine? All of Oakland and LA, all shooting at one nigga and he just walking around. There's something going on, right? If everybody there and here and everywhere else, and in South Africa, right, tell the truth. You can see they shoot because they didn't, hey man, you just have to submit to Allah. Turn to Allah and ask Allah know what you need. But you can't mess with me and get nowhere, because you done already say, I ain't going nowhere, man. I ain't gonna be mad, I ain't gonna be happy. Basically, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm gonna do this, it's not bragging. Hey, you can feel good almost all the time. And the older you get, the more you improve. Set up an improvement so that as you move forward in life, you do better. Hey man, you don't know what's happening. But you have to believe it. Allah can hook you up. You don't have to be following them crackpots, Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik is a basic crackpot. He's a nice guy, and we're going to help him too. But he's still a crackpot. He's a crackpot. I mean, just a regular crackpot. You know, so just get on board. And remember this. If you do right, you got a chance to go to heaven. I know you may not believe in it, but that's a condition. But not only the best of this world, but the best of the next world. The bigger the struggle, the more Allah like you, the more struggle He give you. That's actually true. So when people look and they see you going through struggle, they say, I wouldn't want that. They should say, hey, I like that, I want some of that. It's opposite of what, right? Because if you deal with it, if Allah loves someone, what do He do? Engage him in struggle. Okay, now, maybe if Allah don't like you, He have you messing with people. Now, you know what it say about hypocrites and all that, them people. And your little boyhood, I'm going to say this and I'm going to call it a day. You can't be whippified with your wife, Khadijah. That girl is not settled. If you get big, you can bring her along. You can. If you get big, but you got to get big. You can't sit back. Why is she calling here all the time? Why ain't you calling? What's up with that? It's not that old time stuff like you got to wear the pants in the house. But for the sake of your household and your children and your future, they have to see you in a different light. They can't, I don't know what happened to you. I don't know, maybe caught you from Arkansas. I thought I forgot you was from Arkansas. Well, everybody in Arkansas ain't smart. But I'll close with that. Just do better. Trust in Allah. And don't let people push you around. You don't need to get no education like them light-skinned Negroes, curly-headed people. They all right. The last thing I'm going to say, this is the last thing. But you know, my parents was old when I was coming up. Maybe I'm 11 or 12, 10 and all that. And believe it or not, I was darker than I am now. That's not it's possible. I don't know why. That's what, maybe I'm lightening up using bleaching cream or something. But anyway, my mother's friends was all older. Like, and they would just, they knew what people go through. They was from the South, they know that color thing. So they used to say, after they pulled my cheek, he's a pretty little old black thing. So I went through life, I never had, y'all think this nigga like yellow green. You haven't seen all my pictures. I got people blacker than tar, the middle and everything. You'll see one or two pictures and think, this nigga like yellow women. Well, it's not true at all. I like girls. I mean, well, I try to still like them, but I mean, anyway, you get a little old after a while, you do the best you can. But look, I'm telling you talking about lucky, I never went through none of that. Because all I ever remembered, and they was brainwashing me. When I realized what they did, I was already old, and I wish I could have told them I sure appreciate what because they did it every week, every time. Ethel, he's a pretty little old black thing. So I'm a pretty little old black thing. I just never thought anything, I never thought anything else. I didn't ever look at them pointed nose people and curly-headed people and all of that. I never in my life, maybe they view affected, you know what I mean? Boy, that's a tender there. And they all got a certain view of tenders, but it didn't, hey man, with me, I just thought, pretty little old black thing. Hey man, and same thing with you. Just settle in. You sit up here at this table or right out there talking about how you want to get education. Where are those Negroes now? Where are they now? They're nowhere. How much skill do they have? If they had any skill, 50,000 of them could take one Negro out all by themselves anytime, right? If they was all the people. You're on the wrong team, buddy. You better get with the brother here. Look at the news, and I'll close. Which way is the world going? The way we talking about, or the way they talking about? You want to sleep with boss man, or you want to get under our tent? Thank you very much. As-Sabiqun. Was there any more questions?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.